All right, listen up, y'all.
Greetings, everybody. This is Dr. Abdullah with another episode of All Things Education Official, brings you educational news from a foundational Black American man's perspective. Today, we're going to talk about Morehouse's protest against Biden's commencement speech this year in 2024 for all the wrong reasons.
We learned at Morehouse the importance of speaking up against injustice.
Edward Ahmed Mitchell met us back at his alma mater, Morehouse College, to talk about a decision he says he's disturbed by. The school announced Monday that President Joe Biden would deliver their spring commencement address, prompting outcry from students, faculty, and alumni who disagree with Biden's refusal to call for a ceasefire in the Middle East.
The timing is bad. I mean, it would almost be like inviting Lyndon Johnson to come and speak at Morehouse at the height of the Vietnam War.
Mitchell is a civil rights attorney with the Council on American Islamic Relations and is himself Muslim. He graduated from Morehouse in 2009 and says speaking out against injustice is woven into the fabric of the storied school.
All right. Well, first of all, let me say this. Stand down. Morehouse students, stand down. This is not your fight. If you want to refuse Joe Biden's commencement speech at your commencement for 2024, you have so many reasons to do it, and the Gaza, West Bank, Israel, Palestinian conflict is not one of them. That is none of your business. I understand that as blacks in America, as black Americans, foundational black Americans in particular, we understand all too well colonization, gentrification, we understand subjugation, segregation, we get it all. But guess what, people? It's a new day. We have our own fight. I've been Muslim since I was a child, and I'll tell you this. In the Muslim world, blacks are still at the bottom. We are still at the bottom. So if you feel some sense of camaraderie with the Palestinian, that's great. Islamically, you can make what we call dua. You can make prayer for them. You can ask Allah for mercy on them. You can even stand mentally in solidarity with them against the Israeli forces, IDF, or whoever it is they're fighting this week. But I'll tell you this, they do not feel the same for you. They do not give the same level of contemplation or thought about your plight in America. That is a fact. I have been to Bengali masjids or mosques. I've been to Egyptian masjids and mosques, Palestinian, and I'm telling you, our concerns, our plight is the last thing they think of. I'm not saying we should do it to be vindictive, but we have our own plight. If you want to protest against Biden coming to your campus, Morehouse students, how about you do it because he will not give you reparations? How about you do it because he won't sign an anti-black hate crime bill? How come you won't do it because he won't end qualified immunity? Those are all great reasons. How come you won't do it because he just won't punish race soldiers in your city? And you could pick a city because practically it applies everywhere. Stand down, Morehouse. You want to fight the good fight. Fight it for your own people. It is time that we are like all other communities. We get a little bit more selfish. We start focusing on ourselves. This is our time. Our time is now. Once again, this is another episode of All Things Education Official, bringing you educational news from a foundational Black American man's perspective. If you like what you're seeing and like what you're hearing, please subscribe, comment, like, and share. Hit the subscribe button. What do you think? Do you think that it's high time that the Black Americans, particularly foundational Black Americans, decide to say, hey, it's about us and no one else, and tell everyone to hold their own? I think so, but what do you think? With that, you are dismissed.
Yeah! You are all expurgated. You are dismissed.